Good morning, everybody. So today I am about to leave for the hospital. Karoline has been doing so good. She is off all oxygen, and yesterday they were talking to me about trying to get her out of Boston as soon as possible, which would probably be in 2 to 3 weeks. But she is getting a swallow study done today, so I am about to walk up there and see how that's gonna go. It's already 10 o'clock, and she's supposed to have it at 10:30, so I will be walking fast. It's been a little crazy being in Boston just because I was home for a little over a week, and the kids are just not doing the best with me being gone again. But hopefully it'll only be 2 to 3 weeks and everything will start to fly by. So I'm gonna take you along and see what we end up doing today. Since Karoline was paralyzed and sedated for a while, she is really weak, and it's been taking her longer to get her muscles back. So I decided to sit her up in the chair because she has issues with sitting by herself for a long period of time. She gets pretty weak and will fall over. So there is a chair that is made for kids in the hospital to help them sit assisted, and it does have a seatbelt on it to strap them in. So right here I'm just getting her all prepped. I unhook her from her feeding tube, and then I get the chair, and once I sit her in the chair, then I go ahead and hook her back up to her pump and get her all situated. Yay. And right now big movements have been kind of making her upset, so I made sure to have the kids on FaceTime so they can be a good distraction for her. Look at hi, Karoline. The two older girls are at an age where they are understanding more about what's going on with Karoline, and they notice when she hasn't been home for a couple months. So they do have questions, and then they do get more worried and concerned now that they're getting a little bit bigger. But we do try our best to answer every question that they have and make it where they're able to understand. And first things first, we always have to make sure she has a cute little hairdo, and she does not mind at all anytime I do her hair. But from laying down for so long and just how the texture of her hair is, it's constantly getting tangled. So I did have to use this detangler and really get all the knots out. The other kids stayed on FaceTime with us most of the morning. They just were so excited to see Karoline awake, and they just like to know what she's doing and just to be able to see her. Once I was done with her hair, I went ahead and put some lotion on her, and I did put a little bit on my finger so she could smell it, and she's just being funny and decided she wanted to try to take a lick of it. But she did get some pretty dry skin while she was just laying in the bed, so I went ahead and lotioned her up. I was trying to get her to play a little bit because she loves instruments, but she was not really having it. She was exhausted and ready for her nap. Every time she would go to sleep, she would wake up every 60 to 90 seconds, and she would just start screaming, and she would not settle back down unless I was patting her or she had some pressure on her, or I was right there shushing her. So eventually I just sat in her crib with her, and I just read my book and just had my hand on her so she could get some kind of sleep. Peekaboo. 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 Ticka 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 ticka. Can I have my book? Once she woke up from her nap, she did not want me to get out of her crib, so I just stayed in the crib with her. It was easier because I was able to help her sit up, and she's connected to machines on both sides anyway. So I just stayed in the crib, and then we did her breathing treatment. After her breathing treatment, the nurse let me know that they were going to move her to a regular floor. And I put her in the crib and she just laid there, and I packed up our room, and then they brought this little cart down so I could transport everything to our new room. So we had quite a bit of stuff to take upstairs with us. I am so happy we're getting out of the ICU. That just means Karoline's one step closer to coming home. But it is a little sad saying goodbye to some of the nurses because we've just built really good relationships with some of them, and some of them will be our friends for forever. So I just wanted to get back on here just to wrap up this video. So Karoline did not have her swallow study done today. I think they just got mixed up with the days when the nurse was telling me about it. So she will have that in a couple days. And then she did get moved to the regular floor today. So she has been in the ICU for about 2 months already, and that's with Norton's and Boston Children's. So it's been 2 months since she's been in the ICU. So she was moved to the floor, and that is a huge step. We are so proud of her. They are just so proud of her too, and she's just making huge strides. She is still on meds, sedation meds and pain meds, so she will still be weaning those on the floor. And she is on a high enough dose where she will have to be on the monitor while she's weaning. So they do have like a little playroom on this floor, but while she's still weaning, she's gonna have to just stay in her room in the bed until she's weaned off one of the meds, and then we'll be able to take her to the cafeteria and take her to the playroom and just be able to take her to the healing gardens or just outside of her room. But they are estimating we'll be in Boston another 3 weeks from when I'm recording this video. But hopefully Karoline sleeps tonight. She's been having trouble with weans, just getting very upset and waking up out of her sleep, just screaming, crying, and she won't go to bed until she has like my hand on her or some kind of pressure or butt tapping or stuff like that. So hopefully she gets a good night rest in her new room. And that's all for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.